Hi everyone, this is Yvette from My World of Metaphysics. And if you're wondering, do guardian angels exist? And if they do, how can I use them to assist me when I'm in need? You landed on the right video. Today I'm going to tell you of 2 miracles that I received this week using prayer to the guardian angels. And once you hear this story, you will be amazed and you will use it too. But before we get started, if you're new to My World of Metaphysics, this is a metaphysical law of attraction channel that gives you manifesting techniques in all different ways. So support this channel by liking, subscribing, tapping the bell to get notifications of up and coming videos. And most of all, don't forget to watch the next video. But for now, if you want to know the 2 miracles that happened to me this week, keep watching. Now, my first story is I needed to get my niece a new phone. Her phone is in my name, and it was totally smashed and to the point where it wasn't working anymore. Now, I went on my own a couple of times looking to see if I had any bonuses, any credits, and they told me, hey, look, if you open up a new line, you can get a free iPhone 14. And if you wanted to pay a little extra, you can get the iPhone 14 Pro. So moving forward, I then picked my niece up with her phone, and she really wanted that iPhone 14 Pro. And I said, wow, I don't want my bill to go up. I said, guardian angels, archangels, spiritual guides, on the way to Verizon, I know you are headed there before me. I know you're there ahead of time. I know whatever it is that's for me, you will make a way and make sure I get the best deal that I can get. I'm doing this from the bottom of my heart to help my family. So I'm asking you to be there for me and protect me. Please work it out that I get the best deal possible. And guardian angels, I always supported you, always been there for you, and I know you will work it out for the best deal for me. Now, at this time, my niece is sitting on the side of me. She's looking at me like I'm crazy, and she's like, come on now, Auntie. Are you for real? So we end up going to Verizon. Short story leading to the end. I ended up getting 2 800 vouchers. Now listen, that means they were giving me $1,600 towards a new phone. The customer care representative said he never heard of this before. I said, I never heard of this before. I said, before I get this iPhone Pro, I need you to really make sure this is accurate so that I don't get hit with another large bill. Now listen, it wasn't because I couldn't afford the phone. The phone was $1,200. Plus, after you put the case, the covering, everything on it to protect it, it was going to be another $200, $250 on top of that, not including the bill was going up. So when the guy said that I had 2 vouchers, he actually said, I never heard of this before. I've been here for years and never seen this. They're giving you $1,600 credit towards a new phone. Now, remind you, I already went to other Verizons. I already spoke to customer care on the phone to see if there was any other discounts. They all told me that I was getting $800. Now, it looks like I'm getting $1,600. He then calls customer service and tells them what's popping up on my account. The lady tells him she never heard of this before. And she asks her boss. And then they come back and say, yes, it looks legit. You're getting $1,600. He then prints out the receipt so that if they change their mind or if something comes up later on, that I have proof that they gave me $1,600 towards the phone. At that moment, I said, wow, thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, my guardian angels. And my niece turned around and she looked at me and she said, wow, Auntie. And we walked out with a $1,200 phone with $250 worth of accessories. Listen, it was unbelievable. When he calculated my new bill, it ended up being $10 less than what I'm paying now. Now, let me get to the big story that I have, and this is unbelievable, and it will knock you off your feet. And listen, all of this happened within the last 7 days. Sunday, I decided to go with my nephew to Coney Island. Now, we went there and we had a great time. Now, while I was waiting on the line because he really wanted to go on this slingshot thing, I said, I'll wait on the long line while you go and take some more rides. He said, Auntie, give me my phone. And I said, well, you can't carry the phone on the rides. He said, well, he'll put the phone in the slot where they hold your belongings while you go on the ride. And I'm not gonna lie, they have a good system there. So I said, okay, but you know you can't ride with the phone. He said, Auntie, I got this. I'm almost at the front of the line for the slingshot. So I start calling him to let him know to come back. No answer. I call him 3 times. No answer. I said, what is going on? I said, this is not like him. Oh my gosh, should I get off the line and go see what's wrong and go find him? Here he comes walking up. He says, Auntie, guess what? I said, what? I lost my phone. I said, I know you're joking. You're totally joking, right? He tells me he forgot he had the phone in his pocket. He went on the Cyclone, and when he went down the roller coaster, the phone fell out of his pocket and flew off the roller coaster. He said he seen where the phone dropped. He went to the people told him the only one that can get his phone is the mechanics, and the mechanics cannot go and get the phone until the ride stops. And that is when the park closes. Now, this is around 8 o'clock, okay? The park, because it's Labor Day weekend, the park was not closing until 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning. I was devastated. I knew I was going to work on Monday. I knew I did not want to stay at that park until 12, 1 o'clock, hoping someone would take their time to go look for the phone. Push come to shove, that was it. We either had to wait 12 to 1 o'clock in the morning or come back the next morning. So what I did is I stayed around asking different people for help. I had some people that wanted to help me and they were like, listen, I'll get fired if I go back there and look for your phone. We cannot do anything until those rides stop by the end of the night. And he said, you don't even know if they're really going to take their time at that time. And it's pitch dark back there at that time. We might not find that phone until tomorrow morning. I still proceeded trying to ask people. I said to myself, I said, guardian angels, archangels, spiritual guides. I did a good deed for my family member. I came to Coney Island to show him a good time before going back to school. At this moment, I cannot stay here to 12, 1 o'clock in the morning looking for a phone. My nephew needs his phone. I know it's working because I'm calling the phone and the phone is ringing. Guardian angels, archangels, spiritual guides, please be by my side and protect me. Please get this phone so that I can go home. After a while, we walked around a little bit and there was a man sitting there. This is the 4th guy or 5th that I walked up to. And I told him what happened. He said, I don't work over there. And he said, you know, they can't get your phone until the park closes. And that's if they can see it because it's dark out here. He then had a call and he went off. My nephew and I were standing there again. He came back 3 minutes later. He said, I'm going to do you a favor. I don't work this department, but I'm going to go back there and see if I see your phone. I said, oh my God, thank you, guardian angels, archangels, spiritual guides. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. I said, thank you, thank you, thank you. He went back there and found nothing. I was constantly calling the phone and he was not finding anything, period. He came back and said, maybe it landed on the shed, on the roof. And if it landed there, there is absolutely no one that can get it because we are not allowed to go on any type of roofs, not at all. And my nephew said, but I don't remember it falling on a roof. I remember seeing it on the roller coaster, on the ground, or on the track. He said, no way in the world it would be on the track. He said, it either on the ground and I checked or on the roof. And if it's on the roof, no one can get it. So you're going to have to buy a new phone. I said, please, can you go check one more time? Please check one more time. He said, I tell you what, I will check one more time. I called the phone while he went back there, and he picked up the phone. I said, oh my God. I ran up the ramp, back down, thanking my guardian angels, my archangels, my spiritual guides. This guy went back there the second time and found that phone. It was messed up, but he found the phone. This was actually an angel in disguise. The only person that took the time to go back there and get that phone. He said it was on the track exactly where your nephew said it was. The angels knew I did something good in my heart for that day. And they were not going to allow me to stay there 12, 1 o'clock, waiting for the carnival to stop before anyone would have went back there to check to see where it could have been. At that time, the battery could have died. At that time, anything could have happened. There was grass back there, anything. But this guy, this angel in disguise, went back there and found that phone. He wasn't even working that department. He was a mechanic, but he wasn't working that area. He went back there because God put it in his heart to go get that phone. So listen, everyone, not only did he find that phone, not only wouldn't he take money from me, not only did he save me hours of being at Coney Island, I probably wouldn't have gotten home until 3 a.m. I would not have been able to go to work the next day to make that extra money for the holiday. I wouldn't have been able to do any of these things. God supported me. The angels supported me. And what I said was, guardian angels, archangels, spiritual guides, you know my heart. You know that I came here to make people happy, to do something pleasant for my family. My nephew did not listen to me about the phone. But God, you're not going to punish me for it. You're not going to make me pay the price. And listen, God put that phone right back in our hands. So what I'm telling you, everyone, do angels exist? Yes. Do they help you in the time of need? Yes. Have they always been there looking out for you? Yes. Are you aware that they're there to help you? Maybe not. But I do want to tell you, they're there. I do want to tell you, you call on your angels in any way you feel fit. Use your own words. Speak from the bottom of your heart and watch the angels, God, the universe, do its job. This is Yvette from My World of Metaphysics. And if you like this video and you want more like it, don't forget to like, subscribe, tap the bell, and most of all, watch the next video. If you want to know anything about My World of Metaphysics, look in the description. Again, this is Yvette, always bringing you information to change your life. Namaste.